Hey folks, today we're going to go shopping because intermittent fasting sucks at this point in time for me. So we're going to change things up. All right, so why hasn't intermittent fasting been working? Well, it works really well when I'm at work for 8 hours out of the day, and I can keep my mind off of food and busy with other things. And I also think too, I don't want to like expend my calories when I'm just kind of like eating at my desk and like a classroom. Like I want to enjoy my meals, so eating a lunch for me when I'm at school isn't that great for me, so I just rather fast and have a nice big dinner. Well, now that I can like actually have like a nice little lunch, like I can sit outside on my roommate's deck, I can, enjoy my meal more. And I've been noticing, maybe it's the working out that I've been doing recently, but I have been noticing that I'm getting like hunger pangs around 10 o'clock or 11 in the morning. And so I kind of want to incorporate like a smaller lunch into my life. And so I'm going to kind of cut out the intermittent fasting, although I'm sure some people consider, fasting from like 6:30 p.m. till about noon, maybe 11 is sort of fasting. I don't know. I don't consider it that. I've been eating one meal a day for so long that that's fasting to me. So yeah. So the plan for today, I want something really tasty. I have been on Pinterest and I just keep seeing these pins for pasta and all of like this delicious light springtimey pasta is just like looking so good to me. Like I kind of wish, I could eat pasta and have it in my life at this point in time, but I'm going to make a keto version. I've tried shirataki noodles in the past and I've tried them once and they weren't that great for me. I don't know. Maybe I made them the wrong way, but I really want to try and go for like a cabbage pasta. So I'm going to try and do a pasta with some cabbage, and I love my chicken. So if they have some chicken breasts, I'll pick up some of that and season it with my Montreal chicken spice. But yeah, I just wanted something really tasty and really good. I've been keeping it so simple that I'm getting a little bored and I want to switch it up a little bit instead of just having like a salad or a broccoli salad or whatever. I kind of binged last night. I went on this small vacation to the beach and I ate a heck of a lot of crab. Don't worry, social distancing and all that. We picked it up and took it to the hotel room. But so I was like, well, okay, get back on track on Monday, and I did. I stayed underneath my calorie limit by a lot because I wasn't hungry. And then last night, I ate a lot, and so I probably had 2 8-ounce cans of pecans, and so that was like 3,000 some calories. So I'm not even hungry today. I probably won't be cooking today, but I will show you what I cook tomorrow. So my lunch for this week, I want something like a risotto. I don't know, something cheesy, something creamy, and I'm going to use, I think, cauliflower rice. If they have that here, we will see. Food Line doesn't always have the stuff that I want. And I want to top that with like some eggs. So I think it's going to be real good. And I think you should watch my video. I'm not going to film inside the grocery store because I feel like that is really inappropriate at this point in time with what everybody's going through, and I don't want to be in there longer than I have to. So I'm going to put on my mask, I'm going to grab my shopping bags, and I will get back to you about the food that I bought. All right, let's do this. So for my brunch risotto, they didn't have any cauliflower rice. Come on, Food Line, you can do it. So I'm gonna have to chop up my own cauliflower and try and just get it as small as possible. I really wanted to add lots of flavor, so that umami flavor. If you watch my Thanksgiving video, I added that flavor using anchovies, but I'm just gonna use some beef broth and some Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire, whatever. I'm gonna add in some mushrooms just to make it a little bit more meatier. So in that Thanksgiving video, that cauliflower gratin became like really risotto-y on the stove, and I added some milk and heavy whipping cream and an onion. So I'm gonna try and recreate that. They did not have any Gruyere, so I said, well, Gouda's pretty good, so we're gonna do that. And I'm going to top up my brunch risotto with 2 eggs, which I'm really excited about. And I really like to snack on these peppers. I haven't had them in maybe like 8 months or so, but I saw them there and they just look real good. For my dinner, we are going to make some cabbage noodles, and the plan here is to take off the really green bits and just eat the white bits because they're firmer and I don't think that they'll get too soggy. And I'm going to cook that with some olive oil. The plan is to make an aglio e olio for our aglio e olio cabbage pasta. I'm also gonna top that with some Parmesan and maybe make a little bit of a parsley bit in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And of course, my chicken breast, and I'm going to season that with my favorite thing in the whole wide world, which is some Montreal chicken spice. Literally, I basically bread my chicken with this stuff, and it just makes it a really nice crust when I broil in foil. So if you haven't tried this out yet, definitely give it a try. So good. Favorite city, Good spice. I refuse to buy like fresh garlic because I have this stuff in the jar because, you know, your girl likes to keep it somewhat simple most of the time. So the plan for this cabbage noodle dish, I got rid of like the thinner leafy greens of the cabbage, and now I'm just chopping the whiter, thicker pieces into long strips so that I have like an actual noodle thing going on. But the cauliflower and the onion are all chopped and ready to go. That took like 20 minutes. Okay, folks, after having made a mess in this kitchen, I have ended up with my risotto brunch, my brunch risotto Alexandra. So I think I could easily split this into 7 servings. It's very decadent, lots of cheese, butter, cream, milk, and I've tasted it and it's really good. So I wouldn't need much to go with my 2 eggs. Remember, I really like to get that protein in so that I don't have hair and nail issues like I have had in the past. But let's talk about the ingredients that I used. So excuse the bad handwriting, but I just want to make a note for this beef broth. On the label, it said that 1 cup is 245 grams, but when I measured 1 cup, it came out to 200 grams. So when I used 2 cups, I had a total of 400 grams. So just always remember, that's why I prefer grams. They're just more precise than cups. I mean, it depends on how much you fill up your cup, I guess, but just keep that in mind. Also, the milk. I use Food Lion brand. I should have bought the Fairlife because in my food log app, I noticed that the Fairlife had 6 grams of net carbs, while the Food Lion brand had like 13. So I'm gonna pretend I use the Fairlife in this video because in the future now I know definitely I'll always get that brand because they have about less than half the carbs. Now for the total, we needed to evaporate a lot of the liquids. So the grand total should have been 1,581 grams of weight for the entire pan of brunch risotto. But when I weighed it, it came out to about 1,000 grams. So what I'm actually going to do, because we evaporated so much, is I'm going to actually plug in this 1,000 grams into my food log with these calories, fat, net carbs, and protein numbers. And I'll post all this down below. But I'm going to use the actual weight that we ended up with because I don't want to be overestimating so much. So I don't want to think that I have way less calories throughout my day. So I'm going to add in the actual weight because remember, we did evaporate a lot of water. Okay, folks, moment of truth. This brunch risotto with my 2 eggs made in the microwave, no butter added. Keep down on them calories, you know what I'm saying? So this is definitely one of those meals that you want to prep ahead of time. You do not want to do this in the morning before you got to go to work. You want to prep it on like a Sunday or a Saturday before the week ahead. I do think I'll be able to get 7 servings out of my risotto. I really want to be able to add protein through the eggs because I love me some protein, especially now that I'm working out. Trying to tone and build a little bit of muscle, not a lot. So if I divided my 1,000 grams by 7, I gave myself about 140 grams serving per day for 7 days. And that comes out to 155 calories just for the risotto. And I believe each egg is 70 calories 10 grams of fat per 1/7 of the risotto, 6 net grams of carbs for 1/7, and 9 grams of protein. So not too carb heavy, even though we added in a lot of vegetables, and I'm really excited. So now it's time for the taste test. As always, I was tasting it as I went along, but here we go. We're gonna actually try this out. I want like a full bite with some risotto and some egg yolk goodness. It's hard to film and eat at the same time. Oh, it's so good. Super duper good. Put all your favorite stuff together and it's gonna turn out really, really well. How can you go wrong with onions, cauliflower, mushrooms, butter, cream, milk, nutmegs? So let's talk about this whole intermittent fasting thing. Another thing about that is I have gotten so used to that full feeling, and that's something I always craved when I was 320 pounds, and I never really got over it. And that's why I really liked intermittent fasting, because it allowed me to get that full feeling at the end of the day with my one main meal. Well, I think I binged on those pecans the other night because I went out to eat with my mom. The restaurants were back open. Don't worry, we wore masks and everything, and we were trying to be really, safe about it. But she wanted to go out, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. It's been months. So we went to Bonefish Grill, and I got a tuna steak. And it didn't fill me up when I was out. And I was like, well, I still have a few calories. Let me get that full feeling. So I ate some pecans. And pecans are like all fiber. The good thing about that binge is it keeps me regular, if you know what I'm saying. TMI. Anyway, so I feel like if I allow myself 2 smaller meals, I'm going to get over that need to have a full stomach, and that's what I really want. I want to feel normal, right? So now is the perfect time to do that. I have more time. I can enjoy a nice meal outside. That's delicious. I mean, this could have been made in like a fancy restaurant, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is the time. And I just keep trying to grow. I always say the approach is going to change based on your lifestyle and your needs, and that's never been more true. So this is my first small meal. It's actually pretty big for me because I'm not used to it. And actually I was tasting it. Now I'm not really hungry. I'm going to eat it though because it took a long time, and I'm going to enjoy the fruits of my labors. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting over that need and feeling more like a normal person when it comes to meal portion sizes. All right, guys, enough talking. I'm going to enjoy my delicious brunch risotto Alexandre. That's so good. All right, folks, we are making dinner. The plan is to make chicken breast coated, or basically breaded, in some Montreal chicken spice. And I got my cabbage going, and I will show you how this is gonna turn out. So let's look at how I'm gonna cook this cabbage. I'm really winging it, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, folks, welcome back to Allie's Kitchen Cabinet. So this is dinner for today. We've got about 200 grams of cabbage. I made 2 batches, but that was half of it. 20 grams of Parmesan, a tablespoon per person of olive oil, some parsley, some garlic, and then of course my chicken breast, which I'm really excited about. So I'm sure it's gonna be great, but let's try this out together. We're gonna see what happens. Oh yeah, it's really, really good. Super duper good. So if you're missing pasta, try out this pasta Alexandre. I'll put my name on everything. It's very light tasting. It's not a heavy, side dish, but it's something that's different. It's not just steamed vegetables. It's not just steamed cabbage. It's got lots of flavor to it, but it's very light at the same time. Perfect for a hot summer's day. And Lord knows, it's really hot outside right now. But yeah, like I said, I just really wanted to change things up this week. I ate all those pecans the other night, and I think I'm just not satisfied. And again, I'm trying to work with smaller portions so that I don't just eat my one meal a day. I just want to eat like a normal person and have like multiple meals throughout the day. So I'm starting with 2, my lunch and my dinner. Well, folks, that's about it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video and making these recipes with me and just hearing about, you know, why I have to switch things up, because you know that's what you got to do sometimes in your life. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That would help me out so much. And if you'd like to find me on social media, I will link all of that down below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Allie. Have a good one. Bye.